Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Anas, and today we have a presentation on manufacturing of a paper steel and its components. This was a mini project which was assigned to me and my group mates by Dr. Muhammad Asad, who is a very senior doctor in mechanical engineering department. Here we have an outline. In the outline, I'll be talking about objectives, introduction, and the rest stapler components, alternatives, and references. My group mates will further carry on. The next slide is about objectives. Here we are here to inform about the different manufacturing processes that can help us manufacture a stapler. The second one is to have an insight of the types of material used to manufacture each component. And the third one is to have a knowledge of the alternative manufacturing processes. Since the one which we are explaining is not the only one, there are different methods. And the last one is to understand the selection criteria, which can be helpful on which material to use to manufacture a specific component that should be both efficient and cost effective. In introduction, we all know that staplers are very commonly used nowadays, especially in domestic purposes. We have staplers which are used to bind a set of papers and some fine piece of clothes together. And the staplers work on the mechanism of effort, load, and lever, which is basically that you have your base and the top part where you exert the force on it, and the lower part on the edge of the base is where the load is given, and you have a fulcrum, which is like a pin on the end of the stapler. And these staplers can be of many types. We can talk about it from the industrial usage also. And we have the staplers which are composed of 10 components, which my group mates will further continue and talk about it. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Abdul Karim Al-Harbi. Hammer is a very thin strip of high strength metal that crimps the staples. Hammer is also made from the thick sheet of metal. It is cut into desired dimensions. It is also glued or secured by help of rivets perpendicularly on the inner hollow side of the handle. The busher. The busher is a small U-shaped part, slightly less thick than the thickness of the carrier raceway. It is used to push the stack of staples and keep constrained to the crimping end of the staple. Go back. It is also made up of high-strength sheet metal or steel. It has a hook on one end to support the spring, and one end is flat to sit completely interfered with the staples. Staples or staple bins. The staples are used to perform the art of stapling a paper or clothes. Staples are manufactured from steel wires which are glued together. They are cut into desired length and folded by hydraulic pressure. 4 tons of pressure forms them in a U shape. حاول ترجع شوي بساعد على ورا.
Hello everyone, my name is Mohammed Al-Ruktan. I will talk about spring. All staplers used leaf springs, but modern ones use coil springs, which is different. As you could see it here, and how it could just push the small anvil, a small anvil or not? Just I will do it again. What is this? The one who could get the
Which part is that?
This here's where you go. This is pushing what?
This is pushing the pins.
The pins, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it again. Hello everyone, my name is Mohammed Al-Ruktan. Today I will talk about spring. All staplers use leaf springs, but modern ones use coil springs. As you see here, this is the springs and pushing the pills here. These springs act to push the staples against the carrier wall at one end. Also, it acts as a holder to hold the handle and carrier together. They are manufactured from steel wires, coiled, and according to stapler carrier's raceway. A pin is used to secure and provide leverage from the lower and bottom halves of the stapler. It is inserted at one end of the base through one end of the carrier and handled together. The pin is manufactured from steel and formed by hydraulic press into desired length and diameter. Handle of one stapler is also made of plastic or metal. Plastic handles are manufactured by injection molding process. These handles are made hollow to afford the clearance from carrier. The handle also covers the carrier's raceway.
Okay, start.
Hi everyone, my name is Turki Ahmeri. I will talk about base. Base is made up of plastic. Injection molding process is used to form it. Some staplers have a metal base manufacturing by using casting or forging. Some base do not need an envelope. Science crimp area can be formed on the base. Base is the static part, like here. This part is static one. And here is envelope. Envelope is the steel or an only strip on top of the base. All the staplers like this one have crimp area on them, but modern ones don't. The envelope support the structural rigidity of that base. Some envelopes are so small that they can be rotated about the change the crimp output of staples. Carrier sits on top half of the stapler. It use shaped required to accommodated staples. It's manufacturing of high strength steel by sheet metal working and hydraulic process. Carrier is the movable part in a staple, like this part here. What's the bin? We can put it inside.
Moving on to crimp area, the indentation on the envelope to fold the stapler for binding is the crimp area. So the crimp area is formed by indenting a force from a hydraulic or pneumatic press. Old staplers had just one inside crimp area. Modern staplers have both outside and inside crimp area, like this one and this one. Moving on to assembly, the upper half of the stapler is formed by combining the carrier, which is here, and the pusher, spring, hammer, and handler together. The lower half is formed by combining the anvil with crimping area and the base. To secure both of these halves, a steel pin is used at one end. This steel pin will allow leverage to perform stapling mechanism. We have some alternatives. Staplers can also be made of metals. These staplers can be used also on an industrial scale. The staplers will have to be formed of a very high endurance and high strength material to be able to survive in an industry. Some staplers can even be used to staple piles of wood together. They have very big stapler system. It's steel. Moving on. At the end we have the references we got our information from, and thank you.